So our first story is from Weezer OSINT. I think we've covered a story from him before, but he has some pretty interesting vulnerabilities to release here. And I think we covered a story from him before about another vulnerability that he exposed. He's been going crazy on like finding all of these security issues at these massive companies, so definitely a really good follow. But he's announcing in response to his first tweet. So he has this first tweet here that says ClickUp.com, which is kind of like a Jira competitor, a project management platform. I used them before previously in the past. It was pretty solid, but it was like any of those other project management platforms. But they have a hard-coded API key in their JavaScript, as he says here, which gives him 1,000 emails and 3,000 internal feature flags. So it has emails for like Home Depot employees and also like security company employees that use ClickUp internally, and just really wild. And then he has a follow-up, which is for Fireflies.AI, which is a meeting recording platform. And basically he exposed that they have an unauthenticated request that lets you download full call audio and video, including emails to every participant, and an AI summary of private meetings. I don't know if you need to be part of the meeting to be able to grab it, or if it's just able to be grabbed by anyone. But he says the example here is a Disney meeting call summary where they're deciding to improve or fire the janitors who leave dirty toilets. And you can kind of read through it here in the tweet that they're talking about like accountability and stuff and just corporate nonsense, per usual, but related to the janitors, and it's from Disney internal. So really crazy. I saw another tweet where someone was talking about how these big companies, basically they ran a security company that essentially failed because these companies don't care about security at all. And we've talked about it in the past, or I've talked about it, how it just like blows my mind that these companies have so much money. They raise, billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars, and they still just don't invest anything in security. For the Fireflies one, he did like a disclosure to the company and waited X amount of time. I don't know how long exactly, but he waited and he disclosed to the company like the security researchers are usually white hats just who really love the game and want to keep software safe. So they really try to work with these companies. They don't expect anything in return because you can't hold them hostage. You kind of just have to take the bounty that's given. And, we talked previously how like one of the security researchers, Eva, from a couple years ago, who managed to get to Cursor through Firebase and one of their platforms, she was able to get like 50 to 100K after getting like a 20K reward for being able to RCE through Cursor. So you can find these really crazy vulnerabilities here, like being able to see internal meetings at companies and you still will get nothing, and they just have to go to the public to do it. So just so crazy how much these companies don't care about security, and I don't understand it. If I was a founder of one of these companies, I feel like security would be a really big driver. Obviously, the issue is that it doesn't generate revenue; it just prevents loss. But in this case, and maybe people don't even care that you can access these meetings, but surely Disney's gonna have to move off and move to another company like Granola or whatever. But it just blows my mind how much these companies don't care about security at all, and the industry in general just takes so much advantage of these security researchers who basically have to work for free or just pennies that you'll give to them if you discover something really important.